I don't think private charity is enough to solve like say all of like these social
Well, no
problems that we're
leftists
talking
do,
about.
but mostly because they're atheistic and hate Christians, and the
No,
fact
no,
that
no, no, no,
Christians are the
no,
ones who dominantly give to charity because leftists are a bunch of tight asses.
no. Like BPF, like I've given, like I think I've given like over in 2021. I think I gave like $100+ like to charity, right? And like, but like I
Ooh,
want to.
$100.
No, no,
Wow,
no, no,
you're
no,
really,
no,
man, you're
no,
really
no,
slawing it on, buddy.
no,
A
no,
hundred dollars.
no. The big issue is that it seems that human beings were extremely bad at long-term planning. And that's pretty well borne out because without the existence of a welfare state, it seems like we're really bad at managing our money, like to make sure that we have enough to live on for our entire lives, right? Like not everyone's a big like brain genius like me and like is currently investing in a 401k, right?
They're all just dumber than you, Hans. How
Well,
could they ever
no,
invest
no,
or
you're
manage
right.
their money properly? That would be fucking insane. We have to assume everybody is dumber than yourself.
Well, we have to assume, like, I mean, we don't have to assume it's shown in the numbers. Like, if 35% of people are stupid enough not to like save for retirement, that they're in like abject poverty when they're in their old age, then yeah, I'm comfortable saying that.
What's a
Like,
consequence, Hans?
what's the consequence of what?
What's a consequence? What does consequence mean?
The result of.
The result of. So your poor planning equals a consequence, right?
Yeah.
This is the natural order of how all humanity has always lived. Always.
Disagree.
But that aside, that's what a consequence is. So if you fail to plan on your behalf, why does the obligation go to your grandchildren in order to make sure that you're taken care of due to your poor planning? Now,
Okay.
maybe you and I, let me extend you an olive branch. Let's say
Thank you.
somebody was mentally unstable, mentally unfit, or they had some type of debilitating disease where they couldn't work. Fine. Perhaps we could subsidize those people or give them a helping hand to get them back on their feet. But if you're just a person who's fucking bad with money, right, and you went and you bought the new fucking PlayStation 5 instead of investing your money properly, why do I give a shit if you can't eat by the time you're 75?
Okay. I would say the main issue is that overall societal outcomes are worse. And let me explain, right? If we have a bunch of like elderly homeless people, I find that to be like just quote unquote bad, right? I don't want that.
Where
And
was
it's
all the elderly homeless people pre-social security, Hans?
I mean they'd be begging on the street. They would either like be trying to
That's
live with family or
bullshit,
mooching.
Hans. No more than
Like
they do. What are you talking about? There was no big fucking plague of elderly homeless people pre-social security. They lived with their families. There was charity houses that were available for people who were stupid with their money. There was charity houses for single mothers who couldn't afford their children.
I don't think like private charity is enough to solve like say all of like these social
Well, no
problems that we're
leftists
talking
do,
about.
but mostly because they're atheistic and hate Christians, and the
No,
fact
no,
that
no, no, no,
Christians are the
no.
ones who dominantly give to charity because leftists are a bunch of tight asses.
No, like BPF, like I've given, like, I think I've given like over in 2021. I think I gave like $100+ like to charity, right? And like, but like I
Ooh,
want to.
$100.
No, no,
Wow,
no,
dude,
no,
you're
no,
really,
no,
man, you're
no,
really
no,
slawing it on, buddy.
no,
A
no,
hundred dollars.
no,
Fuck,
no, no,
we gave
no, no,
forward
no,
a
no,
fucking
no,
$100 a
no,
month to our church, brother.
no, and that's great. Like so, again, you're not going to find me like as someone angry at you for having like private charity or social spending. Like I'm not that type of lefty. I'm not sure if you
Well, I know he
like
gave
no
over
like
a
like
hundred
like
dollars to
no
charity.
no
It's a
no but
fucking
no
amazing, man.
no. But what I'm saying is like it doesn't seem that private expenditure and charity seems to mitigate these problems. Like you can like say, look at the
What
United
do you
States.
mean? You keep saying seems.
Okay, so if I can find like let me see if I can find the graph where it's like okay, essentially private charity, the amount we spend in private charity across like say like currently developed nations does not really have any real correlation with how well poverty or like how well people are like poor people are taken care of. It's like it's fine if you want to help your local community. That's really cool. But like if the United States still has like say higher rates of poverty despite say higher private social expenditure, then I would say we have to like find some way to mitigate that difference. And right now, it doesn't seem like a Christian charity. Again, like base that you do like charity. Like I'm not trying to knock your charity, right? Like it's really cool that you're helping your community. I really appreciate that. Again, I was raised Methodist. I'm currently like an agnostic atheist. But like if you want to have
And
like
that's why you only give $100 to charity,
well,
fucking Hans.
I mean, like I pay my taxes and then I give to charity. Like I've
Right.
also
You pay your taxes, it goes through all the administrative costs, and it hardly ever in any of it actually gets to the person who fucking needs it
I
the
I
most.
I mean, I also did like a lot of volunteering and like and stuff. Is that like I'm
Well,
trying
it'll
to?
get you a fucking gold medal, Hans.
Well,
You know,
thank you.
all
No,
that
no,
fucking
no.
volunteering and that whopping
Well,
$100 you gave
well,
to charity. Fuck.
I know, but like what I'm saying is right. Like I know like we're sniping, but like I'm just trying to like have a pleasant conversation. It's actually really nice to talk to somebody. I haven't really had much communication the last couple of days, so but like and also I'm trying to be nicer in 2022. But like the big thing is that it's not enough. If you,
Well, it's not enough. We got assholes giving $100 an entire year to fucking charitable organizations, Hans. Holy
I mean,
shit. For a person paying minimum wage who can manage their finances can give more than 100 fucking dollars to charity, Hans.
that's true. But I'm also doing the responsible thing and saving for retirement. But like no, but like memes aside, right? If it
Hey, what a
was,
fucking tight ass.
but,
I'm doing the
thank
responsible
you.
thing, and I'm
I know.
saving for you know, here's
I,
what
I
you're doing, Hans. You're doing the match your employer says that you will do that they will match, right? It's like 3%, right? You're putting in the 3% because that's what your employer matches is the three fucking
yeah.
percent, right? It's all self-interest. But hey, it's cool. You had the extra hundo, you know what I mean? You wanted to feel a little bit good about yourself. So you threw that in. You know what I mean? Because you
I
just
mean,
wanted to go a little bit over that fucking welfare state, you know?
I mean, I try and like again, I'm not sure how well you like you know me, but like in regards to like what I consider in terms of, like say work ethic in terms of say like values and like, in terms of like loving my family and like being responsible, I'm pretty up for like most of those things. Like I like going to work. I like seeing my folks on the holidays. I always fight with my bosses so I can go home over Thanksgiving, go home over like Christmas. I love like those sorts of things. I don't think those are inherently negative in society. You're not going to find me like saying like, oh, we have to like tear down like every institution like that is the family, right? And we might have different like
We're
understandings of what like of
certainly
like
not going to give the middle
of,
class enough to raise their children in a middle class
I
lifestyle because you're going to tax a guy like me at 30 fucking percent plus pay the social security tax, which then goes to subsidize the elderly, plus plus tax to fucking death. But that's cool, Hans, because people who made terrible fucking choices when they're old, they're gonna get a fucking pittance of what they put into the system
I
anyway.
mean if
It's
it
fucking absurd, and you can't even name a way that you would fix one of those problems
I
without
explained it with the
expanding the already
administrative thing.
broken system, Hans.
I already explained the like potential like reducing administration costs and like making it more efficient, right? Because like part of the problem is like maybe it's not working its like
Yeah,
job well
yeah.
enough.
How many
Yeah,
times we heard this from the fucking government? Oh, we're gonna get rid of the corruption, and we're gonna get rid of the. Yeah,
hey,
fucking right, man.
someone's
Yeah,
got to
fucking.
do
I
it.
got a
Are
fucking
you
bridge to sell you, brother. I got a
are you
bridge. It's you
are
know.
you are you a minarchist? Like I'm not like I'm legitimately asking. Like I know like are you like a because I know like you do the fascist meme and I know you like
No,
you're
I'm a
like
nationalist, Hans. I want what's best for the people of the nation of the
me
United
too.
States.
Like I'm a
No, you don't. You want your
I'm a patriot.
grandchildren to have to fucking subsidize you when you're old because you pay your 3 fucking percent in your 401k and you hope to God that inflation won't be so high by the time that you're fucking 70 that all of the value of your 401k wasn't wiped out 3 times before that due to that inflation, Hans. That's what you're banking on. That's what you're hoping on. There's no lockbox for your money. That's all just going to get spent on foreign wars and bullshit. So it's like, look, man. And then when I ask you, how do we fix the problems without expanding the problems? What I get is, well, we fucking can't because we can't, Hans.
Well, I mean, like if we're trying to like just like try harder, like that's fine. But like there are fixes for a lot of these problems. Like they just take either more money in the short term, right? We have to expand a certain infrastructure, and then it'll be like relatively like the same to administrate. Or long term, we have to like find out a way to make sure that these like elderly people are in poverty. So like I guess okay, so I think there might be a fundamental difference in our world, like obviously, right?
Just a
But
little bit, Hans.
right. Like here's like a personal thing for me, right? If I saw that we had like a elderly poverty rate of 35, I find that unacceptable. I think our current rate is around like 10%. I also find that unacceptable. If we could get say like elderly poverty to like 1%, then like maybe I'd start considering, oh hey, like I think we've like done about as well as we can. But if we
Well,
keep
no worries. You know how we'll do that, Hans? We'll just
expanding the
keep
welfare
on
state,
raising the retirement age until we get to the point where they're only gonna be able to collect for 2 or 3 years before they die, and then it'll be at 1%. That'll make you happy, won't it?
I mean, but like, isn't Social Security also adjusted for inflation? Like long term, right? Like if you pay, like you're getting more out say like if I'm 24 now, right? But if I retire in 50 years,
Adjusted for inflation. Can't
yeah,
keep up. It can't fucking keep up at all, Hans.
well,
It's absurd on its face. And not only that, let me tell you something else. As life expectancy has gone down, especially in the last 2 years, and we know why that is. We're not going to get into that. I'm on YouTube, blah, 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 right? But
isn't that solving like
have
problems for you?
they lowered the maximum retirement age as life expectancy for the elderly has gone down,
Wait,
Hans?
but
No,
isn't
no,
this
they haven't done that, Hans.
isn't this shrinking wait, why are you complaining about this? Isn't this shrinking the welfare state? Like if the average lifespan of an American like shrinks from like say like 78 to like 73, isn't that good for you? We're shrinking the welfare state because you have to pay for the old people like for
Well,
less.
if
Like
by
like
your logic, what you're saying to me is, I want to get this down to 1%, the elderly rate down to 1% under poverty. Well, we're gonna fucking get there when the Social Security age is 85 for fucking retirement, and the average life expectancy is 88. And every couple of years they raise it up, even when life expectancy goes down. Right? That is not something that we're solving with the welfare state, Hans. It's being solved by people dying.
Okay, one second. I just want to take a moment to say thank you to Nico Pluto donating his $5. We very much appreciate all your help here, sir. And yes, Hans, do you feel like you've been treated fairly here tonight?
I mean, I think there's some specific like gotchas from BPF, but overall, I'm having a really good time. I should come here more often. Like this is really fun.
You are very welcome, sir. Yes, you are very welcome to come back.